Card Tricks. Today I'm going to show you an awesome card trick that I learned yesterday, and I was so blown away by it. I thought, okay, I need to share it with you guys, so that's what I'm going to do today. So let's get into the performance. First off, I can shuffle the deck. Just like that. Do it as much as I want. And so today I am going to train you in the art of guesstimation. I'm going to see how well you can guess. So let's get into that. So I'm just going to scroll down my thumb, get a small pack of cards off the top, alright? Now, if you were here, your job would be to cut however many cards you think is in this pile and set it right off of this pile and just set it right next to it. So you can cut anywhere you want. So let's say you cut right there. Alright? Let's see here. That was, yeah, okay. That was pretty good. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it again. You could cut anywhere you wanted. Right there. Alright. Shuffle the cards. It's good, it's good. You can do it again. One more time, cut right there. Alright. So, I'm looking and I'm seeing some you know, because I'm horrible at this, I guess. But if you were here, I would say you're really good. You're not so good at guessing the amount of cards in a pile, but I'd say you're really good at cutting to all 4 aces. So that's the trick. Let's learn it. It's super easy. I wish I had a spectator here for this one to cut the cards, but it works with spectators, trust me. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial. Setup, super easy. I mean, I've had some complicated setups in my day, but this is one of the easiest ones. You get 2 aces, alright? You put them on top. You get 2 more aces, you put them on the bottom. And that's the setup. Alright? Now, when I shuffled, I controlled the cards, alright? So I know there are 2 aces right there, right? And then 2, you know, on the top of this one. And so when I shuffled, I just shuffled down to where I knew there was more than 2 cards. And then I started shuffling, and then I stopped and shuffled the rest. So I didn't mess with the order of the aces, alright? So 2 aces still there. You can do that as much as you want, just practice that. Or you could just do a simple false cut. And if you want to learn a false cut, I have one posted on my channel not too long ago. And I'll leave a link somewhere up here or something. Somewhere on the screen. So, you get the setup, you shuffle it or whatever. And then this is like the only sleight of hand in the trick. There's like 2 or whatever. This is super easy. You do a slip cut. It's where you're talking to them. I can't really look you in the eye through the camera, and my head's not even in the video, but you're looking at them and you're saying, I'm going to train you in the art of guesstimation, alright? And while you're doing that, you do a quick slip cut. And what a slip cut is, you just pull a pack off the top, and then you just pull, and you pull one of the aces off with it, alright? And you let it fall, so the ace is right there now. And then you take this pack and drop it on top with a pinky break. Alright? So, you have that. And now you're going to say, okay, like, it takes like a second and then you're done. And then you're going to say, okay, I'm going to cut a small pack of cards. You just riffle down, you know, and then just stop roughly where you think the pinky break is, and then you just lift up from the pinky break. And your thumb already looks like that's where it stopped, so that's cool. And then you just set it down on the table, alright? Alright, and you say, okay, you're going to try to guess how many cards is in this pile and cut the amount of cards off this deck and set it right next to it. Or this pile and set it right next to it. And they say, okay, and they go to cut, and so the ace is already on top, and you have the ace on top of that deck, so that's cool. It's already, two of them are already ready to go. The other two on the bottom of this pack. So they pick up roughly what they think and set it right next to it. Another tip, when you're riffling down the deck and then stopping and putting it right there, make it small. You don't want to do a big chunk like fourths, because then you'll run out of cards towards the end and you don't want that. So do a smaller pack, so they cut smaller packs of cards, alright? Do about 13, because that's technically, you can do 4 piles of 13. No, don't do 13. What am I saying? Just do a small pack so you don't run out of cards. Awesome. Alright, so now you have 2 aces on top of these piles, 2 aces on the bottom. What you're going to do is like the only other sleight. You're looking at them, alright? You're like eyeing these two down at the table. And while you're doing that, you do an overhand shuffle. But when you do the shuffle, you grip the bottom card and the top card and just pull like that, right? So you still have that on the in your hand, and then you overhand shuffle, and you do not shuffle that card. You keep shuffling down until you get to it, and then you shuffle down to the very last card, which should be the ace, and you drop it on top, right? And then you say, okay, I think that was pretty good, now do it again. So, already the card's on top, so they cut it, right? And then, again, you look down, right? You don't have to do the gripping the bottom card or whatever. You just shuffle down to the very last card while looking at him. You're like, yeah, that was okay. Find the last card. And stop shuffling after that, obviously. Say, okay, that was okay, do it one last time. They cut the cards, and they're not going to get it. I mean, if they do, that's great, but it ruins the trick. So most likely they'll be off by 1 card. So if they do a good job, you're just like, okay, you did really pretty good, but I see a couple cards off, right? So you're pretty good at guesstimating the amount of cards in a pile, but I think you're really good, and then you start flipping over the top cards, at finding all 4 aces. And that's the trick. You can also do this by predicting 4 cards, just like I did. Like, instead of the aces, you could write down like the 10 of clubs, 8 of diamonds, or whatever on a piece of paper, right? Before the trick, fold it up, and then reveal all the cards you predicted that they turned over. And I did not make this trick up. I found this on Jay Sankey's channel. You need to check him out. He does awesome giveaways. Alright? And all of his tricks are awesome. So, go subscribe to him. And I give him credit for this because he's the one who showed it. Or whatever. And another great thing about the trick, you just grab the aces off the top, plop 2 of them down on 1 pack of cards, and then put the others on the bottom, and voila, you're already set up to do it again. And so that's the trick, guys. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll see you again.